Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Clum Dog Outdoors. It's been a while since I posted a video. I've been crazy busy with guiding and everything else, so here we are, finally pumping out another video. I know you guys have been asking for it. We are out here on beautiful Lake Cascade. If you've watched any of the other videos, we have quite a few on ice fishing. A few of the ice fishing videos out here for these big jumbo perch. We're talking 15, potentially 16-inch perch, which are really big. Today we're out here on the open water. I want to show you guys a little bit different techniques that I prefer to use to target them through the open water. They're different than what a lot of people do, but they are also very effective. So hopefully I can learn you guys something. You can come out here and you can do it yourself. Lake Cascade, Idaho. Here we go. Let's do it. Okay, now that we're about ready to get to the fishing grounds, I want to show you the technique that I'm using. The reason I say it's a little bit different, because most people are out here, they're jigging, they're casting, they're vertical jigging, everything else. I am using Max Smile Blade, running bottom bouncers. I'm going to be running a 2.5 ounce bottom walker. I know it seems a little bit heavy, but it helps keep me a lot more vertical as I'm down there slowly trolling it. I'll be running the boat at about 0.8 mile an hour. So I'm not cruising, I'm not going super slow, just enough to get this smile blade moving. The colors don't make a huge difference. The main thing is you need to locate the fish. I came out here yesterday, I was able to pre-fish it. I was able to locate some really nice perch using this technique, obviously. But right now, everything that the locals are telling me when it comes to vertical jigging, they're all going to be between 30 and 35 feet. A lot of the bigger perch are pushed out deeper. I have a spot over here that's going to be between 19 to 16 feet. So it's a little bit shallower, but it's right off the edge of a main basin. So just outside of me here is going to be, probably pushing 40 feet of water. Comes all the way up nice and steep up to 19, and there's a tiny little flat. And a lot of these bigger perch seem to be staging up on that flat. The other thing that I'm doing different is because everybody knows running worms is the way to go, and it works really, really well for me. But the reason I don't like to run worms all the time is because I'm constantly changing out my bait. We're talking fish that are potentially 16 inches, but you have a lot that are in that, 4 to 8 to 10 inch range. And those guys are bait stealers, they're bait robbers. So what I'm using is the power bait, little pink maggots. I can run those. I could take 3 of these, run them all the way up my slow death hook that I have here, and the bait holds on a lot longer. The fish are still crushing it every single time, and I'm not having to change out my bait constantly. So these little pink wigglers, power bait pink wigglers, I'm going to stack them up on an orange smile blade, 2.5 ounce bottom bouncer, 0.8 miles an hour, 19 feet. You guys stick around, I'll show you how effective it is. Hopefully we can get some big giant ones. All right, here's the way that I'm rigging up. So I'll take 3, I don't know if you can see that or not, 3 of those little pink maggots, and I just threading them straight onto the slow death hook right through the center of the body. And I'm doing 3 at a time so that it's got more of a longer profile to it. Slowly push it up. It's arched like that, and then I'm pushing it all the way up the shank of the hook. The main thing I want is a straight profile, a straight presentation. So see how that's nice and straight now? It's a straight presentation on that slow death hook, Max Smile Blade, and that sucker is money. And you don't got to use worms every 10 seconds. Yeah, we'll show you. All right, I'm all set up, got the bow mount running, right at 0.8 mile an hour, right at 20 feet. So I'm just coming up onto the shelf, and I'm slowly marking some fish right on the bottom. It shouldn't take long once I get down there. I haven't found the big school yet, just because literally that's my first drop, so it's going to take me a minute to move around and locate exactly where that big school is. Oh, there's a bite. Exactly where the big school is, and once I locate the big school, I can constantly kind of go back and forth and do figure eights over the top and really start to crush them. Oh, missed him. Come Come on back. So just that one little bump that I just had right there, it was a smaller fish. It was a smaller tap, 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 tap. That would have stripped my worm just on that one bite right there. So using a soft plastic or using something that still has a little bit of scent but is a lot more firm, you're going to be able to hold your bait on a lot longer and not have to constantly switch out. Ooh, there's a good mark on the bottom. Come on, buddy. There he is. In the first minute and 30 seconds. So this is just a little guy. I mean, for at home, that's a good eating perch right there. But we're looking for a lot bigger than that. We're going to be catching a ton of those guys, but we need to catch one twice to 3 times that size. Big old donkey. Right now we're in 17 feet of water. I want to be out just a couple feet. So I'm constantly using the bow mount and I'm trying to find my lines. Ooh, that was a good bite. Oh. Okay, so now we just transitioned into 19 feet. This is right where I want to be at. Marking fish on the bottom. Yeah, this should be the zone right here. And they're biting it. Just need them to take it. Oh. No, just a little dude. Little baby bites. But after all those bites I've missed just in the first couple minutes, my bait is rock solid, hanging in there. I know I'm going to say it a lot, but I can't stress that point enough that I'm not having to take time out of the water to constantly put fresh worms on. Although they are very effective, this is just as effective and a lot more durable, and it hangs on there a lot longer. What do we got? Yeah. Spit the hook. That fish was a lot like the size of that other one, just that average 8-incher, 8-9-incher. We're marking a bunch of fish though. Like we're getting into the zone right now. Ooh, yeah. Come on, big mama. Yeah, another good reason for running the bow mount and the bottom walkers is it's a mobile approach. You're constantly on the search. You're not just sitting in one spot waiting for the fish to come to you. You can constantly be on the move and locate these big concentrations of fish, set a waypoint on the fish finder, and constantly come back through them. So I found these fish in this area, shoot, it was 3 years ago that we came out here and fished it in the open water. And I just wanted to try this area one more time yesterday morning just to see if they were here, and they're still here. So that's where those waypoints really come in handy, and staying mobile really comes in handy because you can find those little sweet spots, the spot on the spot, and that's what this area is right here, is kind of the spot on the spot. 3 years later, and it's still productive. Not paying attention now. I'm in 26 feet. I just transitioned. I'm probably 30 feet off of my line, 30 feet out toward the main basin, and I just dropped 7-8 feet. So that's why I was saying earlier that it's a steep transition going out to the main basin out here, and I'm working that secondary shelf right here between 19 to 17 feet. It flattens out, and that's where these fish are hanging out. If I get 30 feet off my line, I'm out and off of the shelf right now, and I'm not seeing any fish, and I'm not getting any bites. So make that 30-foot transition, get back in there to that 18, 19 feet. Should be right in the zone. I'm sure a lot of you guys are, if you are familiar with Lake Cascade, you're gonna know pretty much right where I'm at. Once I flip the boat around and you see what's right behind me, you'll know right where I'm at, which is totally fine. I'm sure some people will have a problem with it. They don't like, not just out here, but in fishing in general, people don't like you giving away spots. You know, that's my spot, that's where I fish. There is no secret. There's tons of big perch out here. There's tons of big fish all over the place. The main thing is you got to get off the couch and you got to come catch them. So I have no problem giving away spots. I do catch a little bit of crap for it, and I have over the years, but it's no secret. And if people are gonna get off the couch and come out here and go fishing, more power to them. A lot of times it's right place, right time. And yeah, so get off the couch, come fishing, man. Okay, so I passed my waypoint, the one that I had set from yesterday morning. Unfortunately, I passed it too deep. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this another minute. I'll flip the boat around and then work my way right on top of my waypoint, right at that 19 feet, and they should be right there. But now that I've passed it, no bites. The school of fish is definitely behind me, hunkered up by the island. So yeah, I'll get the boat flipped around and we'll try that pass again. Okay, so now that the boat's flipping around, it's going to kind of reveal a little bit of the location that I'm in, which they call Sugarloaf Island, down here on the south end of Sugarloaf. I know a lot of people know about it. Like I said, it's not a huge secret. It's not a big secret by any means, especially on the ice or the open water. But yeah, Sugarloaf Island. 17 feet of water. Alright, I got the boat flipped around, working my way back up. I'm just coming across my waypoint right now. Looks like I'm marking a couple on the bottom. Not quite what it was yesterday morning, but looks like there's a few fish down there. Oop, here he goes. Come on, eat it. Oh, dang it. That was a good one. Come on. Missed the big one and the little dude came and smoked it. Dang it. Get out of there. Get out of there. He's a little guy. Okay. Gotta be quick. Get down nice and fast. We're in the school right now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Ah. As soon as you get on the school, being able to be fast to get right back down to the bottom as quick as you can is really important. That's a good one. There we go. I don't think he's a giant, but he's a good perch. Oh yeah. A little closer to what we're looking for. A little bigger. Still looking for, ooh, that dude stripped my bait. Still looking for a little bit bigger than that, but that's a beautiful perch. Keep me off the shore. Oh, dang it. Settle down, settle down, settle down. You're gonna stab me in the hand, dude. So that's probably a 12-inch perch right there. And usually no matter where you go, that's a beautiful, beautiful perch. We're looking for, you know, out to here and up to here. Quite a bit bigger, but that's a start. We're in the right area. It's coming together, it's coming together. I'll re-rig my bait and get back down. All right, just did a real quick rigging. Like I said, I'm trying to be fast. Once you're off of the school, you're off the school and you're not catching a whole bunch. But right now we're still kind of right on top of it. 18 feet of water. Just hit bottom. Still in them. Come on. Big mama. Yeah. That quick, school's gone. It's all right back behind me. And yes, you can anchor up, sit right on top of these schools. It will be productive for a while, pitching out a worm, vertical jigging them. Those are all really effective techniques. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with what I'm doing either. I just like to be a little bit more mobile and more hands-on. Once you sit on those schools for so long, the schools end up moving out and then you got to relocate them anyway. So if you can locate different pods, sit on each pod that you've located using this technique to start, that can be really effective also. I'm a walleye guy. I love running bottom bouncers. It's really effective at home, even for the big perch and the big walleye. And so that's kind of where I was like, well, shoot, if we're catching a bunch of big perch at home when we're walleye fishing, why can't we take that same approach on these walleye-sized perch, 14, 16-inch perch? So that's the way I approach it, and that's what we're doing. It's working. We just need to find that big mama, weed through some of the smaller guys, get onto the big girls. I'm going to flip the boat around, go back over that school. I'm going to put my chesty cam on so that you guys can kind of see the bites and see what I'm talking about. I didn't really talk too much about the bite, but they don't just come through and hammer it every single time. A lot of times it's I call it like a machine gun bite, just a ba-da-da, ba-da-da. They're super quick, small taps. So I'll throw the chesty cam on for you and show you guys kind of what I'm looking for on the bite. After I catch this tiny guy. These ones are the worm stealers, and there's millions of them out here. All right, hopefully you guys can see that rod tip good enough. Just coming back up into 19 feet. Oh, there he is. I don't know if you saw that. Boom, boom, boom. No, lost him. But you can kind of read that. Hopefully you guys can see that, read that bite a little bit. That's what I mean by the machine gun bite. It's not just a quick but up. Not just a big heavy hit, it's that rap, rap, rap. There we go. Feels like a better one. Oh, not crazy. Just another baby 12-incher. Woo. Little guy. I still have 12 after today, 12 more days out here. So I'm only going to grind it out for just a little bit longer. Maybe give it another 20-30 minutes or so and we'll see what's going on. Hopefully should be able to pin down one of the big ones. But if not, I got plenty more time. We'll get them. That's a good one. Oh, he spit it. God damn it. Dang it. That was a better one. Well, I'm going to call it a morning. Caught a handful of those 12-inchers, nothing too big. Yesterday I was able to pin down a couple in that 15-inch range, so there's a couple nice ones, but a lot of times you just got to kind of weed through the fish and keep on moving. There's a ton of big jumbos in here, but it's also a huge body of water. So you really gotta find that spot on the spot in order to have a really productive day of really big jumbos. Like I said, I caught two really nice ones yesterday on top of all the other fish. So thankfully we were still able to put some fish on the board. I know you guys, well, I hope you guys learned something. I know I kind of rambled on quite a bit about the water depths and structure and baits and riggings and all that stuff, but that's kind of the approach I'm going to take moving forward. I want to be a lot more educational and let you guys be a lot more accurate fishermen. I do this full-time for a living, being a full-time fishing guide. My job is to teach and show people what I'm doing and why it works, and that's kind of my goal with these videos moving forward, is doing the same thing. So hopefully you guys learned something. I know it wasn't the most exciting video, but I hope it was educational. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the water. Woo!